here at Deeporville. How do you feel?
I've been here before, but it was during the winter month. Now it looks more gorgeous because of the rainy season. That nawala catching fishes. That's how he makes his livelihood.
And how are you gonna make your livelihood?
That's what I come for here to discuss.
No, this is where you come for to let your mind wander and see where you're going in your life.
I think I'm going to write stories about these people that I met.
So back here, almost 6 a.m. in the morning, 5:45 in the morning. So we drove almost 20 kilometers to come here. There's a nice mandir here and there's a nice lake over here. And
Huge lake.
my expectation was that today will be a sunny day, but it did not turn out to be that way or whatever. So even people living back in so remote area, we think that if we have to go out there to do adventure, to explore places, to explore certain places, and people like tell me all the time, like even people give me advice that you should go to foreign countries or earning dollars and everything. But my opinion is that the media that portrays all those IITians getting that much package in Silicon Valley is good, but we have to take into consideration other factors also. If I'm not saying that going abroad or staying back here has any advantage or disadvantage, I'm not for that, but I'm just giving you trying to give you some clarity that whatever decision you take, you must take the decision by doing your own research instead of following other people's advice blindly, because most of the people that will be giving you advice have no experience doing that, so it doesn't make sense to take advice from them. So my opinion is that you have to decide what are you going abroad for. Is it purely for financial reason, better payment, or for other things? If it is purely for financial reason and you are earning some 10-12 lakhs per annum back here and you get an offer of $100,000 per year over there, and initially it might seem like a very good offer, but you have to take into consideration other facts, like some people do this very stupid thing. When they hear $100,000 a year, they immediately convert this to the exchange rate, like using the exchange rate. So they say the $100,000 a year into 75 rupees, and that will be how much I'll be earning. So think about, if you want to compare two countries, two different currencies, you cannot do that directly using the exchange rate, because that doesn't tell you anything about affordability, the goods and service that you will be able to avail there using this amount of money. I look at the thing called purchasing power parity, PPP. So purchasing power parity is like it tells you that whatever goods and service you will be able to avail in America or Australia or Europe, whatever goods and service you will be able to avail there, how much will it take in your currency to avail the same goods and services back here. That tells you that the amount of package you are receiving over there, will you be able to sustain the current lifestyle that you have right here, or will you even have to compromise on certain things? Because so let me give a simple math. According to exchange rate, $1 equal to 75 rupees, but according to purchasing power parity, $1 comes down to around 21-22 rupees. So $100,000 per year is not in crores or like in many lakhs. $100,000 a year, you can, if you want to like directly compare this to your Indian salary, it will be around 20 LPA. And 20 LPA earning back here is not a very big feat. Anyone can, any good engineer can earn that. And plus, so that is just the numbers. Other than that, you'll be able to live with your family, friends, the friends you grew up with, friends from your colleges, acquaintance, colleagues. The circle that you will have them back here, and you will be able to spend more time with them. The quality of life will be better here. And if you are, I know some people are going abroad just for the fact to have new adventure, meet new people, get away from all these people. But let me tell you, in a year you will become homesick, because you will not have your family, your parent. You will not be in touch with your parents, and you have a blessing here to be in a close knit circle and have that kind of social life, which will be hard to replicate over there if you're going not through masters or graduation or directly as a job offer. So that is another thing. Over there things are predictable, you know what you're getting. But if you want unpredictability and a chaotic lifestyle, not in a negative sense, like you like to wake up in the morning and not know what the life's gonna throw at you, then stay here, because India is so diverse, so many cultures, so many different kind of people, so many languages, and all these things along with other factors contribute to the fact that you cannot really beforehand predict what's gonna happen every day. That's a part of an adventure, right? Not knowing what's gonna happen. And if you want to really explore and still have the travel bug in you, then man, like there are so many places back here. Like, have you explored all the states and different places and tourist spots in India itself? And I'm not saying just going for a weekend or week to Goa with your friends and taking some pictures and coming back. That's not that's a vacation. That's vacation. That's not getting to know the really culture. Because what I have is I call this mini lives. You have to live many lives in different places to really get to know the culture and places and people over there. So I would say explore different cities and states and live over there for a couple of months and then move to another place. That is a kind of a nomadic lifestyle for a year, and see if you still have the hunger in you to even go abroad. And yeah, you can go abroad, nothing's wrong with that. But first explore your country and all the things that it has to offer first. And even if it is completely for financial reason, I'd say if it is really not a very great package, then it's not gonna beat the package you have here. It's gonna look good on paper, but when you get there you will realize that 30% of your income will go to taxes and then other things, and things are expensive over there. Of course, if you can save better, then obviously you can, when you come back, you can turn those dollars indirectly into INR. But even after that, you will be living over there. You will have expenses and everything, and that will, when you at the end of the month, you will realize whatever you have in your hand and whatever you used to have in your hand after the month is not that different. So yeah, so if you want if you want to walk around to big buildings, clean roads, all those infrastructure thing attracts you, then go for it. But if travel, the essence of travel is what you want, adventure, meeting new people, exploring different culture, food, different lifestyle, exploring different part of yourself, growing because of traveling, then I say explore India first, man.